All right, so in this video, we are going to briefly talk about time management skills. Most of this is from the text. Actually, all of it's from the text. I will add in some of my own commentary, but for the most part, I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because you can read it yourself. And to be honest, time management is still something that I'm working on. So I will not pretend to be an expert at this. Um, there's some things I do that work, but I'm definitely a procrastinator. So let's see what the book has to say. So they often say, or it's said, that time management is often a contradiction. Why would it be a contradiction? Because you you can manage your time, but you can't get more of time. Um, and so time is made up of a series of events. So a series of things you do throughout the day. So what are symptoms of time mismanagement? Having a ton of emails in your inbox, procrastination, delaying, guilty. Then because you procrastinate and delay, because you let things build up, then you get a little bit more behind every day, which leads to having to either work later or work on the weekends. So, time management is a choice. It's a choice to decide that you're going to be responsible and that and I also think that that you are deciding within yourself, like, I being a procrastinator is stressful sometimes. So deciding that you are not going to put that stress on you anymore and you're going to adopt a method and an attitude where you manage your time. So, for example, it's estimated that a salesperson only spends 2 hours a day actually selling. So, what else are they doing? Well, if they're an outside salesperson, they're probably doing research on their customer. They're doing paperwork. They are planning. They are maybe emailing customers, talking to their boss. They're planning their route. They're driving, entering notes, all of that kind of stuff. So, recommended by your book to get organized is to remove all the clutter and then handle interruptions. So, there are people interruptions, paper interruptions, and environmental interruptions. So, people interruptions can come in the form of someone physically there or through email. And so sometimes people will say, okay, I'm not going to look at my email for this 1 hour and I'm just going to focus on this task. Keeping up with your paperwork, having an environment that is not distracting. So, this is recommendations again on limits on social media. I think this is almost silly because I mean, maybe it's not. For me, it would be. I'm on social media a lot. And so spending 30 minutes a day is probably not realistic for me. But these are recommendations. An organization system. So some things that I do is the master calendar, the daily to-do list. I personally like to have like a hard like calendar, like a hard copy calendar that I write in and can list my daily to-do list in. I also use my phone. But you have to figure out what works best for you. So, prioritizing your schedule. Basically, you are assigning priority. So, you're going to do your pressing and related to your goals first. B is going to be something that can be done anytime within a day, week, month. C is like, if I get to this, that would be nice. If not, it is what it is. You can also set times for yourself. Sometimes it's hard to know how much time you're going to need to do something, which is why it's better to start early and not procrastinate. So, goals or time goals, recommendations, limit meetings. Sometimes that's not under your control, to be realistic. Working in a corporate job where I was not my own boss, I do not get to set my own meetings. I mean, I might set some meetings with people, but there are a lot of meetings that it's not my choice. I am told I am going. Set deadlines for yourself. Try to delegate if that's possible. Like currently, there's no one for me to delegate to. Like for your class, I'm your professor, I'm your teacher. So it falls on me. So that's why you have to be prepared. At putting things in writing, that goes back to me using that like hard journal. And then you can look at these other things. So travel time. This is a way to organize our customers. And I've talked about this a little bit before, but it's really how much time are you spending on each customer? And this says travel time. I would just look at it in time spent overall. That 70% of your time should be on your A and B customers. Those are the ones that are bringing in sales for you. So they're repeat customers, high volume, reliable, etc. And then just spend 30% of your time on those that really don't make you money. And lastly, it's about, learning to balance. You're only given so much time in the day, so you have to maximize the time you have. All right, so what are you going to do as an assignment? One, you're going to go to Trailhead. Trailhead is a learning and training system through Salesforce.com. So you have to set up an account. So if you go here, so this is all free, and I don't have access to this. So you're going to get started for free. And then you have options. You do not probably have a Salesforce account. That would be through like your work. So choose another one of these options. I go through LinkedIn, you can go through Google, whatever you may want. So if you go through your email, and I really can't go past this point because I've made up so many emails now to try to demonstrate this that like literally I don't need another fake email. But you'll sign up with your email, it'll ask you some questions, then you'll be ready to go. So going back, once you do log in for the first time, so again, I go through LinkedIn. You can choose what you want to go through. Yours isn't going to look at, oh, interesting. Okay, so over here, you're not going to have any points unless you've done this before, but you'll have yourself, and if you click on this, you have your profile, and you can update your profile, um, and you'll see badges. That's what you earn after you complete a module. So it'll look something like this. And in fact, this is the module that you are going to be doing. So it's on personal productivity. And the great thing about these modules is some of them are learning CRM, which if you take sales management, you will do. And then some of them are just about skill development. And so this is the training system for Salesforce.com. They've opened it up to the public and they have curated a lot of really good resources. So you will go through and do these modules, and they just have, you'll read, and there is a quiz at the end. This is where the quiz would be. At the very end, it'll show a badge. You'll screenshot that badge, and then that's what you'll upload to the assignment. And again, this module was developed during COVID-19, but as there are more and more options to work virtually, this is incredibly relevant and very helpful. So you will complete, you will complete that by Monday at class time. Submit your badge, either a picture or in a Word or PDF document, by class time. And it says in there that it takes 30 minutes. It won't take you 30 minutes. But you could budget 30 minutes, and if you're done in 10, then great. And that's it for time management.